Let's roll one up.
Okay.
Wait, you also brought a bag. What the fuck did you bring?
Oh,
what do you got in there? Tell the good people at home.
We got the travel rig. This is the rig we take everywhere for dabs when we're on the road.
So let me give you a quick introduction because you just said something that the listeners don't even know. Let me give you. We've been talking for the first 2 minutes of our podcast. Welcome to the podcast today. I'm your host, Mike Rita, and our fucking guest today is my good buddy and opening act, Nathan Teixeira. We travel the road together. I planned on bringing this guy across the country this year, but obviously with this fucking pandemic shit, everybody's plans are on hold. But this guy's a great comic. He's only a few years in, but he's absolutely a monster already. I love him. Great crowd work. Very funny comedian. I can't remember any of his jokes right now, but I promise you that he's pretty funny. Nate, you brought a fucking bag.
What up, guys?
This
Nathan Teixeira.
He's the first guest. Oh, no, that's a lie. We had another guest at some point on the show bring, not only, you know him, Danny Raposo. Did you know Danny Raposo?
Yeah, the chef?
The chef.
Yeah.
The chef. That guy's mental.
Hell yeah.
We had the chef on.
Yo, he's crazy.
The chef brought like edibles. He brought a mushroom weed tincture that you do, and you can get like a little mushroom trip going. So you're our second guest actually to bring your own shit. What did you bring?
So brought just a little bit of shatter we got there.
This guy brought shatter.
It's a little bit for you.
You're actually the first guest to bring concentrates?
Hell yeah.
Sarah didn't bring concentrates either. Wow, that's hilarious. Congratulations, bro. You get the title of the first. Nice.
Concentrate, man.
I also watched you have some controversy on your Facebook this week. Some guy said that this shatter from a photo. This guy said from a photo that this shatter was no good.
It was bushed through parchment.
Through parchment paper, and he was like, "It's not clear enough. Get some lighter shit." Look how nice this is. I'm gonna touch it, okay? Because
I don't care.
This is good.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Okay, this is concentrate. This is just a little bit less than a gram. Some guy on his Facebook was like, "Buddy, you got to get better than that." This is so nice. You know what kind of fucking weed Nazi you have to be against something this nice? Bro, it even smells nice.
When you're paying $200 for 14 grams.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that street price that this guy just gave you? Every listener right now at home is hollering
Hit me on Instagram.
Hey, yeah, don't.
No, don't.
Yeah, you
don't.
can follow him on Instagram. Nathan Teixeira is a geek.ca/imagoof.com.
My little travel rig.
Look at this guy. This guy brought his own rig to the show.
Yo, why not? Why not?
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's it.
This guy brought his own rig. You brought a torch though? Or no? Yeah, I was like...
Get out of here. I got refill. We need a little refill for the torch.
Oh my God, I'm rolling this. Pineapple Express 316. I don't know if that's the actual name. Nate, yes. How did we meet?
Oh man. Well, I mean, I know you before comedy. I used to come up to Stoner Sundays back when I was younger. Man.
Yo, tell the people what Stoner Sundays is so they know to put a little respect on the name.
That's it. Vape Central is probably one of the most live weed lounges in Toronto over the last...
Why was it live?
I don't know, man. It's a staple. It's been around for...
Why is it a staple?
Oh, man, this is getting serious. I should have done my fact check.
The reason it's a staple because comedian Mike Rita made it his mainstay for over 10 years, a decade, every Sunday holding it down.
Yo, straight up, though, one of the toughest crowds that I ever seen anybody perform to.
No, they were the worst crowd.
To start.
10 years?
10 years ago.
10 years, it makes it sound like I did it for a long time, but I want you to know this was the worst crowd you could ever perform for 10 years.
The fact that you went back to that crowd back and back and back again, it just like that crowd was so tough. But then they love you. You're like they're the Don Cron.
Dude, I'm their messiah of weed comedy. They're like weed comedy. Sometimes people share articles like, "Reach, look at this article," and it'll be an article from a few years ago that's like, "Oh, weed comedy is taking over. Is Toronto the mecca of the next big comedy boom?" Yeah. And they'll mention my name or something. And my phone just went off. Or is that yours?
No, that's definitely yours.
Bush.
But
it's my fucking wife. Probably being like, "Where the fuck are you, honey? I thought you was recording. I don't hear any recording." No, she's so great. She doesn't sound like that. It would be more like, "Mike, I thought you were recording." Man, okay. So you knew me from other shows.
Stoner Sundays, yeah. So Stoner Sundays.
So you used to come to Stoner Sundays with your fucking Pee-wee friends.
Yeah.
All the way from Thornhill or wherever the fuck.
Yo, Waterloo. What up?
This guy came all the way from Waterloo to downtown Toronto to watch yours truly. This whole interview is just about you telling the people how cool I am to the Portuguese community and the youth of the nation. I'm like Rage Against the Machine to Portuguese people.
No, straight up. Honestly, man. It's funny.
Okay. So you watched me, and then
we did Stoner Sundays, and then
now you're a stand-up. How the fuck did you become a stand-up?
Yeah, so I mean, a couple years back, I've been doing stand-up for like 3.5 years now, and a couple years back, I knew a buddy. He just had a show down in town in Guelph. Dave, you met Dave.
I have no idea who this guy is. I do not want to be associated with a Dave from Waterloo.
Yeah, so he had a sick show out there, and so I did my first set, and it went fun, man. And then we came down, and we did. I messaged you, and we did.
You messaged me.
I messaged.
Did I message you back?
Maybe after like 15 times.
Yeah, but okay.
No, it was a while.
There is a deep hidden secret in Canadian comedy that you cannot get a hold of Mike Rita.
No.
Mike Rita will ignore you and for years. There's like 3 people that I don't ignore. My agent, my wife, and my parents. That's it. Everybody else, you get put on a waiting list. You get put in the queue.
There's a list.
For real, there's a list and a queue. You log into my Facebook right now, and there's like 50 unread messages. And you gotta wait. If you message me tomorrow, you're gonna have to wait until I go all the way back 2 weeks, and I see that 50th message unread, and I start from there, and I go all the way up. And most people know.
Yeah, it took a minute. So it took a minute to get on the Stoner Sundays.
Yeah,
and it was the first. I think I've been doing comedy for like about 2 years. Before I got on that show, and it was the first time anyone ever paid me $10.
You were doing comedy for 2 years?
I think it was like 2 years, almost. Oh no,
Buddy.
It was a year. Sorry, it was a year. It was a year into my.
Early on in comedy can be the make or break moment of their life. Somebody can go 2 years and never make $1 in stand-up comedy and quit because they feel like they're never gonna do it. This guy, one of my biggest pleasures in life is being like 100 people's first person to pay them for comedy.
I still have that $10,
buddy. You should. Lots of people do. You're not the first person to say that, man. I keep my checks all the time. Morgan one time had to make me. My agent Morgan, he was like, "Did you cash that check yet for the CD baby?" And I was like, "Nah, man, that's my first check." He's like, "Just cash the fucking check.
You can keep it. You can keep the stuff.
I don't keep shit. I don't. After that,
I'm the worst.
I'll keep things for like a month, and I'll think it's gonna be like cute, and then after a while, I'm like, actually, I need $100.
No, yeah, no, you know, I'm
like $100.
Yo, my wife's been trying to keep my daughter stuff since day one. Get out of here. We're not having another one.
Hey, I'm a guy who keeps shit. I keep shit.
No, I like a few things, like a couple. I got a pair of like pink Timberlands.
You have a pair of pink Timberlands from your youth?
No, for my kid, bro.
Okay. I thought it was shit. I thought you were keeping stuff from your youth, like pink Timberlands. I was like, buddy.
This guy.
What are you waiting?
Just gave me one of those sideways looks, like, yo, pink Timberlands.
Pink Timberlands, eh?
In the 90s?
What are you waiting for? Your third phase in life?
Yo, I had frosted tips. Don't even worry.
Oh my god, I seen that picture. You and your boy, the guy who still wears the bandana. I can't.
Yo,
remember.
Nelson
tried to add me on Facebook, but I had 5,000 people, so I couldn't add him. And I was like, sorry, Nels. Now you're gonna sit in limbo for the rest of your life. That's one of the funniest things.
You're gonna have to make a new account.
Buddy, I meet people. No, I can't. I don't even care. Either you follow or you get out. Because straight up, I hit like 5,000 people on Facebook a few years ago. So people meet me all the time like, I tried to add you on Facebook, but you're too cool. You're too cool. You got 5,000 friends, and you're like, buddy, I'm so happy that I don't have to add you. It's too cool.
When are you gonna do one of those Facebook cleanses?
I don't do that shit.
Never, bro. Get out of here.
Facebook cleanse. Yeah, guys, just spent the last 2 hours cleaning out my Facebook. If you're seeing this, you made it. Oh.
I haven't talked to you in 3 years.
Oh, how my life is now glorious that I not have been caught by the girl who sells me the makeup on the weekends. Hey, Mike, is your girlfriend maybe want to buy makeup from me?
You know she's got one of those stickers, eat, love, pray. Get out of here.
On a more serious note. Why are you so controversial on your Facebook?
Yo, honestly,
Nathan, I love you as a friend, but on Facebook you are willing.
I know it's coming.
You're willing to start some beef
for no reason.
No, not for no reason. It's because people don't know whether or not you're pro something exactly, or you're just posting it for the sense of posting it.
Yeah.
And that's because you've walked this fine. You might be even against something, but as soon as somebody speaks up and is like, "Why did you even post this?" In your head, it's on. You're like,
Donkey Kong.
You're an idiot. This is my wall. I'll post whatever the fuck I want.
Whatever I want. Yo, people have become too sensitive to like what's on other people's walls. Like I understand what you need to control, what you don't want on your wall. That's fine. But yo, why does everyone want to police everybody else's wall nowadays?
That's just a metaphor for life, my brother. Okay, people just want to police you, tell you how to live. Am I right? Break the walls down.
I'm not smash the patriarchy or anything, but like Jesus, like just people need to
We're
chill
gonna do
out.
some dab soon too, but listen, let's smoke this little J first off some Pineapple Express from our favorite weed producer, Cheap Canna. Shout out to Cheap Canna.
Cheap Canna, what up?
Cheap Canna. Are you looking for cannabis to smoke with your friends this long weekend? Well, Cheap Canada has your medication. For $7, you and your friends can get high. Okay, listen. I'm going to get back to the more interview style conversation for a second. A lot of people call you the biggest idiot in comedy.
That's true.
And I agree with them. How do you feel about that?
I mean, does it really matter?
No. Great answer. Okay. Listen. You started watching me, then you messaged me, then you got on my show, Stoner Sundays.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that like? What was it like meeting the great Reeds and then doing the great Reeds' show?
You know what? I don't know about the great Reeds. Oh, wow.
That's okay. The great Reeds. The great Reeds were so shocked.
Party foul.
I couldn't believe that you didn't think that I was the great Reeds.
The party foul. You know what? You know what? My parents always loved you because you're big in the Portuguese community.
How big am I in the Portuguese?
Get out of here. This
Listen,
guy.
Your mom the other day called me out on Facebook because I told you to commit suicide on one of your
She's
posts.
gonna cut you. She will cut you. She makes sure to eat on the weekends.
That
bro.
was
Don't
fucked.
even do
This
that.
guy asked about sleep deprivation on his Facebook, and I told him to put 20-pound weights on his head and lie down in a deep tub.
My mom said, "I'm gonna get you, Mike."
Yeah, this guy's Portuguese mom put like a, what are you doing to my son? Why you say this to my son? Ilan. But listen,
they loved you,
so
man.
you start comedy.
Yeah.
And I know that you're a working man, okay? I know that.
Yeah.
So what's it like getting to do comedy? Did you always like comedy?
You know what? I got into the comedy in the last like 5 years of my life. I had a bit of a rock bottom.
You had a bit of a rock bottom. Tell us about your rock bottom, bro.
Things kind of spun out of control, man.
Tell us about your spinning out of control, bro.
Oh, buddy. Well, where do I start on that one, man?
Wow, is that how deep it goes?
Yo, it's deep, man. I don't know. I worked a couple years in nightclubs
Oh,
when I was like straight out of high school to start
yeah.
working in clubs, and you know how that goes, man.
I do.
That's a different
It must
lifestyle.
be tough doing cocaine and fucking women. What a tough life that is to be high on substances and ejaculating.
Yo, that's not the tough part. It's when it's not free anymore. That's the part that is.
This guy, that's the truth. Am I right? To all my broke listeners out there, am I right? Are you sick of doing expensive cocaine?
Work in a nightclub. You get to confiscate it and do it for free.
So when you say work in a nightclub, tell me a little bit. You were a bouncer, no?
Yeah, I did. So I did some bouncing. I did bartending. I did
Bar backing.
Bar backing. Did a little bit of DJing.
Bar backing, bear backing.
Yo, what? Bar backing, then bear backing. What up?
That's
Yo,
how
I'm
it is,
stealing
bro.
that
You
one.
want to get those tips, and you want to get those tips.
Well,
Am I
I'm
right?
not trying to get no tips.
Sorry, I was gonna ask you before I pass it to you.
That's okay. So yeah.
So you worked in the industry. You worked in the nightclub industry. A lot of people can relate with that kind of shit. You worked in a lot of the
Strip
facets
clubs.
of it.
Yeah.
So then you hit rock bottom after you did a lot of drugs for a lot of years, and you were done hooking up with a bunch of other industry types.
Yeah, I guess you can call that.
What the fuck else am I gonna say in this PC world, asshole? Now listen to me. You are my favorite because you're so unhinged and don't give a fuck.
No.
Why did you leave the entertainment industry? Or not the entertainment industry, but the late night entertainment
It was
industry.
just time, man. It was just time. I had my daughter.
Oh, you had a daughter at the
Yeah,
time?
well, no, a couple years before that, like a year before that, I knew like my wife was pregnant, and then just before that, my rock bottom happened. So like it was just hard to get to the nightclub industry. I didn't have a car anymore.
Were you arrested?
I was arrested at one point in Alberta at one point.
This guy got arrested in Alberta. So if you don't know what that means literally that's below rock bottom. If you get arrested in Red Deer, it's over, bud.
Yo, it's game over, and they do not like.
Yeah, okay.
Portuguese out there.
Portuguese half black. They're like, Portuguese half black. What fucking boat did your parents come off?
Yeah,
oh,
it was.
damn
It doesn't matter what kind of crime you commit out there. You better have a good lawyer and nice friends because it gets.
I remember you telling me about this. You went to Alberta at what, like 20?
Yeah, 20,
That's the
1920, and it was a bad time too.
Alberta's awful. Don't you fucking see? Alberta's crazy.
No, it's nuts, but that's where I was born, so I had to go back and see.
You were born in Alberta.
Yeah, I was born in Calgary.
Oh yeah.
I moved to Ontario when I was like 4 or 5.
This guy's a little fucking idiot.
I know. I've been everywhere.
Listen to me. I gotta tell you something. So you move back. You hit rock bottom. You start comedy.
Yeah.
What's rock bottom like?
I mean, it's different for everybody, I guess, because everybody's lost different amount of things when you hit rock bottom. I know
What's
what
your
it's.
biggest loss?
Maybe respect for yourself during that time. You can lose possessions and people and girlfriends, and people can lose respect for you. That's one thing. But when you lose respect for yourself, when you get to a point where, like, you know, maybe your addiction takes you to a point where you're maybe, you know, walking the streets and taking cigarette butts out of ashtrays to smoke them because you don't have no money to, you know, get smokes, and you're so high, and that's just the only way to smoke a cigarette at that time.
Straight up, if I knew you were picking cigarettes out of cigarette ash fucking things, I wouldn't have picked you up as an opening act. What
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Wow, bro.
Yo, I keep a lot of secrets.
This guy's not even worthy of being a middle. What the fuck? I'm just talking shit.
Bro, you don't
You're not
even
even
know.
worthy of hosting an amateur.
Open mic in a Etobicoke.
I just keep kicking you down. This guy can't even get on a
Bro,
bus.
I've already kicked myself down. That's why I don't care.
So you get kicked down, and then what inspired you to try comedy? Did you need an artistic outlet?
No, I mean, I just I liked a couple years ago when I was walking. You know what? It was funny. I walked into an open mic. It was a shitty bar open mic, and it was like 2 years before I even started comedy.
Do you remember any of the comics from that
No,
night?
it was just like, I mean, when I'm telling you
Name the comics from that night.
Yo, fuck you. That was
Give
like,
me the shitty
no, I
comics.
can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
Opening act, Nathan
was in,
Teixeira.
like-
Middling act, Nathan
No,
Teixeira.
this was like before even I started comedy. This was 2
Headliner,
years before
Dave
I started
McKinnis.
comedy. No headliner. I'm
just
talking
talking shit.
show, no comedy, no headliner, no nothing. Just a straight up open mic comedy. And it was a couple guys, and they were just talking about how like their lives were shit. And I was like, man, if these guys are so bad and they can still go up there and do, you know, a couple jokes here and there and feel okay, then like, you know, life wasn't so bad, man. Because everyone told
that's how you
these
started comedy.
everyone told these stories. They were just shitty
I fucking
stories.
hate that.
Why?
Because comedy to me has been like a childhood thing where I looked up at like comedians on TV and it was like,
Oh,
and this
really?
like little like beacon of light
Yeah.
shined,
No,
and I
I
couldn't
mean,
wait
like-
to be a stand-up comic. And as soon as I got out of high school, I already knew that I wanted to do it. This fucking guy walked into an open mic, seen 2 Bush comics, and was like, "I'm gonna do better than those 2 idiots." And now I take you on the road because your last name is Portuguese. For fuck's sakes,
Sorry, bro. I'm
bro,
telling you.
why couldn't you give the people a good story that's like, you know, God came to me and he said, knock, knock. And I said, who's there? And he
Bro,
said,
I'm telling you,
Nathan.
that's the story. That's all I can give them. That's what happened. 2 Bush comics
2 Bush comics inspired
at a
you. You don't even
shitty
remember
point in
their
my
name,
life. No,
which
it was
is
a
like,
shitty
I'm
point in
gonna
my
name
life.
2 Bush comics
And
that
then
I
I
don't
was
like.
like, these guys can
John
get up
Leonard
on stage.
and somebody else. That's
And I remember them. They were talking about like just shitty jobs and like how one dude wanted to hang himself because of his
you've
girlfriend.
had a lot of jobs. What's your
Yeah.
shittiest job?
Oh man. I don't know. I've worked for a restoration company doing insurance claims, man. So like when people's toilets back up and stuff, we
You gotta
like
go
rip
check.
No, not check. I'm the guy who like rips up the floor, you know, dries the place out, drills the holes, cleans the
Come
sewage.
on.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done buddy, one time we did an insurance claim on a barn shed. So it was the shed this farmer had, and the roof collapsed because there was so much bird shit on the roof. So then we had to go. It was like middle of summertime in Alberta, like 40-degree hot, dry weather, and we had to go in and pick the shingles out in hazmat suits because bird shit is so acidic that you have to pick it in like a full suit. Take these shingles out. Bird shit.
I already told you Alberta is a garbage place to be. And now this guy told me that he had a job cleaning bird shit, where he had to wear hazmat suits.
Yo, 24
What
bucks.
the $24? Yo, humans are fucking nuts. Can
I
you
don't
imagine? Bro, I can't. Listen to me.
I've done everything. Now.
I know.
I've done everything.
I've done a bunch of shit jobs, but mostly in the construction world. I had one cleanup job in my life, and it was pretty shit.
Yo, I'm a landlord now.
Yeah,
That's shit.
Bro, I almost wrote a status the other day saying all landlords are shit. Any landlord that's not helping out their fucking small business right now is a fucking dink.
Oh yeah, no, commercial
All
landlords for sure.
All DDT
Fuck
those
commercial
idiots.
landlords. Actually, my landlord. I'm not a landlord. I'm a superintendent, but my landlord's being pretty good. But yo, landlords are being pretty dicky about this whole situation, especially commercial landlords, because people could get a break right now.
How you feeling about the COVID? You got it?
Yeah, I mean, I had it.
This guy had it. How was it?
I mean, it was like a cold.
Yeah.
I
Did you
don't
get
know.
tested for it?
No. I just did the WebMD and I said I had it.
That's how those cases are so inflated. It's a bunch of fucking hypochondriacs being like, my nose is hurting.
Fucking Susan's back on the WebMD again.
She's half drunk. I think I also had the I think I had the COVID like 2 days into March. I swear to God, when we dipped up to the cottage, I had like a sore throat. I had trouble breathing for a couple days. And I was good. I honestly thought, this is how much of a stoner I am. I'm pretty sure that me and Leah and Danielle had COVID because we all had like a pretty stuffy nose back in March and a pretty sore throat for a few days.
Yeah.
And but we were already isolating at the cottage, so we didn't come in contact with anybody for like a month. Never mind 14 days.
That's nice.
But listen, this is how much of a stoner I was. I got it the first few days I had got to the cottage, and for the first time in about a month, I had brought dabs up. So I thought I had a sore throat from the dabs until my wife and kid were also sick. So for like 2-3 days, I was like, "No, you guys are fine, man. I only have a sore throat because of my dabs." And Danielle's like, "Shut up, man. You're clearly sick." And I was like, "It's not." It was all phlegmy and nasty. I'm pretty sure I almost killed my family over dabs. But COVID's good, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been nice for me. It's
You
the
had
first,
a little vacation. Now you're going back to
it's
work.
the first time in like 4.5 years I haven't worked 2 jobs, man.
Yeah, I
get
seen
to
you. You're
stay
taking your
home.
kid out for walks and shit like that.
Yeah, going through hikes and stuff, man.
I'm all about the COVID.
Get up at that Trudeau vacation money.
Are we allowed to say that yet? I'm about the COVID.
Yo, I don't mind.
As a stand-up comedian, I'm probably not going to be able to work for a few months, and I'm going to collect that CERB.
Yo,
God, the name CERB is
what
cool.
up?
Doesn't that
I don't
sound
even
sick?
care.
I'm going to collect that CERB.
Serb.
I'm going to collect that CERB.
I wish it
The
was Serb.
CRB.
Just bought a lot of herb.
It's about a lot of herb in my CERB.
What?
Yo, man, welcome to the herb CERB pie, you know?
Listen. Thanks, Trudeau.
Did you get to collect anything while you were off? Or?
Yeah. I got I got my curb money.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I got a nice little chunk of change from
See,
Trudeau.
People don't know, man. People don't know. This lockdown has been good for people with young kids. Not
Straight
because of the
up.
kids, but man, you just get to spend a little bit of fucking time with your fucking family. Go
man.
home, say hello to your kid. My kid didn't even know me until I got my CERB, and then I got those 2
Straight
G's, and
up.
she's like, "Dad, so
What
nice
up?"
to see you." I'm like, "Sweetie, you're only 3. Why are you talking like that?"
Where'd you-
Father. Hey, Dad. My kid's
daughter
my
got
dad's
3
Rodney
new
Dangerfield.
dresses.
Hey, I got no respect. I want a binky. I want someone to clean my ass.
My daughter hasn't been the same since I got her all the dresses, all those Disney princess dresses.
No, did you?
Yeah, bro.
Come
I
on.
turned to my curb money
Come
into.
on, bro. You got
whatever.
Disney princess dresses for your kid?
Yo, she loves them. Yo, I have to. I'm gone.
How
all the
old's your
other
kid?
She's almost 4.
What a jerk.
May 30th. What up?
May 30th?
Yeah, she's a May baby.
My
She's
kid's in
sick,
June.
though.
My kid's in June, June 26th.
She's sick. My kid just started using a scooter.
Like a push one?
Yeah. One leg, bro. She's crazy on it. Loves it.
What are you trying to raise here, bro?
Yo, stunt double.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Listen, you were a young father.
Yeah.
How old were you when you became a dad?
28? No, sorry, 27.
27? That's
Yeah.
not young. I was younger than you. What the fuck? I thought you were younger than that. For some reason, I thought you became a father at 23 or something like that.
Whoa.
How old's your kid?
4.
Oh, your kid's
Almost
only...
4.
Yeah. I thought your
Yeah.
kid was like 7 or 8.
Almost 30.
It's not. It's because you're the way you talk and you post videos.
Yeah, I just look
What's
old.
the worst thing about not you as a parent, but other parents of kids your age?
People who think their children are like China dolls.
What do you mean? Like they can't do shit? Like they're too worried that their kids are
you
gonna
know
hurt
what I mean?
themselves?
They're gonna hurt themselves, or they're always gonna break, or everything's gonna give them a disease.
Nah,
The
you
other
see,
day I was at
that's
no.
bush, man.
Listen. The other day I was at a bouncy place, man, with my kid before
You
this
were
COVID
okay.
thing happened.
I was like, what?
no,
You're bringing
before
your
this.
kids to bouncy castles during COVID? What kind
Bro,
of
I'm doing a
underground
stand-up set right
child?
now. I'm doing a stand-up set right now. It's the other day, okay?
It's the other day.
But no, and it was like one of those trampoline places where the kids jump up and down on those things. Yo, and this lady, honestly, she had one of those she had a styrofoam helmet on her 2-year-old, bro.
No, man.
On her 2-year-old on a trampoline park. Are you kidding me? Do you know
Let the little fucker's head get a fucking foot to the head.
Bruises, bro. No.
Hey.
No, listen. He wasn't even gonna get a foot to the. He was 2. He didn't even crawl. It was just so in case he went over like this.
Man, I'm gonna tell you straight up, this fucking guy, bro. Watch it. You're gonna break our set.
Okay.
Everybody listening at home, Nathan Teixeira just fucking broke our set.
Sorry, yo, I ain't got no money.
This guy's
Leave me
a
alone.
fucking dick.
Don't send me no
In all
bills.
seriousness, you need your kids to get hurt.
No, they
My
have
daughter
to.
we used to go to this place on St. Clair and Kiel. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's like some indoor playground bullshit. And she used to go on the trampoline, and it says no kids under 4. She's 2.5. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
Get out of here.
So I throw her on. She jumps around with the other kids. All the other parents also throwing their clearly under 4-year-old kids. Man, and I remember, I'll just never forget, this one kid came on. I fucking hate the older kid who doesn't know how to play with the little kids, who just comes on. He's like, "Ah!" And then nobody can say anything because we're all breaking the rules now.
Yeah.
So this fucking stupid kid starts jumping around, and my daughter fell, and she started bouncing on the trampoline while he was jumping around. And I told her, Leah, you have to get up. And yo, like my wife looked at me. She's like, I remember her just going, get in there. And I'm like, no, man, we have to watch. She has to learn how to get up right now. And if she doesn't get up, then she's going to get hurt. And we were like, man, she got murked, first of all.
I know those feelings. I know that feeling right now.
She gets hurt. And she kind of like, and I go, I told you to get up. But when she got hurt and she looked at me and I said, I told you to get up, my wife kind of hit me like, go get her. And I was like, get up, sweetie. And she did it, man. My fucking 2.5-year-old, almost 3 now, but at the time she was only like 2.5. She got up and she like hopped towards me. You know, she did that like little hop towards you. And she hopped towards me. I was like, right, you're okay? You're okay? She's like, Dad, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, do you want to come out? She's like, no. And she got the fuck in.
That's
She started hopping around and she fell again. And you know what? So she fell. She looked around, got right the fuck back up. And was kind of like, yeah, don't sit on the ground because when the kids are hopping around. And it was the best. And I remember, like, there's this weird satisfaction you get as a dad when you get to look at your wife and you'd be like,
Oh, it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, that little oh, she's better off now. Oh,
I love those
I'm
moments.
not a fucking idiot.
I know. Those are the best moments.
But if you could stone cold stunner your wife, you know how many times I would have kicked her in the gut and brought her down?
That's right there.
Or sweet chin music, like she doesn't know it's coming, like and she looks around to see if I see her, and then just drop her with a kick.
Oh, buddy!
But it doesn't hurt her. I wish we lived in a world where you could like do something.
Those are great moments because they always have that motherly instinct that they think is always right. They're like, yo, this.
They are always right. That's the actual issue. She's
out
actually right like 90%.
No,
of
but
the
on
time.
your end, but like, see, for me, it's different. Like, my mom's had a daycare for like 25 years.
So
now.
you know about.
So
kids.
I've seen a lot of the things. So it's like for me, it's like almost like a second nature. As I ignore cries. Like my daughter will like be in the car, and my daughter will like throw her sucky, bro, on the floor like 30 times, and my wife will pick it up 30 times.
Dude.
Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yo, my daughter knows with me, that's 2 times.
You get 2.
You get 2 times. Second time, yo, that sucky staying on the floor.
You do it again, it's gonna fall.
I've been ignoring your mom for 5 years. You don't think I'll ignore you for 15 minutes in the car? Get out of here.
Yo, he ain't lying. This man ain't lying. His wife posts shit on his Facebook like love you. He won't even like it. This man won't even like his wife's posts.
Relationships are not meant for Facebook.
Look at this guy. This guy's
Get
ruthless.
out of here.
Listen to me. Let's do a couple dabs, okay? We're gonna move on. You brought dabs for me. What did you bring? What is this? ICP?
Yo, I don't even
Dream
know.
Team Scream?
I don't know. It's
Lean Dean Freem?
Yeah, the guy drops it off in a slab, and I'm like, thank you. And the price is amazing. So I'm like, I don't ask too many questions.
You don't ask questions.
Yo, let's get this. Yo, we still.
What?
Yo, you remember these?
Well, where were we?
Yo, get out of here. You don't remember. This is from Larry and the boys.
Larry White Knuckles.
Yo,
Look at this. This guy just brought a pin.
The out in Cornwall, Ontario.
All right, here's a great
what
story,
up?
man. In stand-up comedy, you've got to perform a lot of the time in certain situations that normal people wouldn't perform in. And as a pot comedian and somebody who performs quite often in illegal situations, I have been blessed to perform in some pretty wild venues. I took Nathan on the road one time for a 3-day, 2-show road gig
to
Cornwall
Montreal.
and Montreal. So we get to stay in Montreal for a few days, and then we hit the road to Cornwall, and then we head back to Toronto. Montreal gig is in a studio. Nothing too crazy about that. I don't tell him much about the Cornwall gig. I just tell him it's going to be another weed venue, and yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, weed venue.
So we go pick up the host of the show. And pretty much that's when this guy starts putting it all together, what it is. I pick up the host, and the host is like, yeah, we got to go to the clubhouse. And he starts talking about how there's going to be a lot of bikers at the clubhouse and how there's going to be a lot of this and that. And Nathan kind of goes, oh, it's like a bikers club? And then all of us start laughing. And he kind of gave me a look like Reeds. I'm half black.
Do these guys know?
Do these guys know that there's like a half black dude coming into a bikers club today? Because sometimes bikers don't like black dudes. And I started laughing. I'm like, nah, you'll be fine, man. You're the opening act. You're good.
Scary.
You're good, man. So we walk in. Right away, the club is empty except for the bikers, okay? And they're all sitting in this really like VIP area that has like a little kitchenette. It's not like the rest of the club. They're all just sitting there. And as soon as we walk in, like this old, like raggedy biker dude comes up. He's like, "You guys the performers, huh? Well, you better be funny because if you're not, Popeye,
yo,
his name,
Popeye.
Because if you're not funny, you know what happens, right?" And all of us are like, "Are you fucking for real?" This guy just threatened us 20 seconds, and he wouldn't stop doing that laugh all night.
That laugh.
So, you guys are comedians, right? Yeah, I'm a comedian. A lot of people say I'm pretty funny. Watch. And you're like, what the fuck is he doing? You guys like camels? Watch.
Good old Popeye. Yo, and they
Popeye.
wanted us to leave one of the plants there. Remember we put the
Yeah. We brought weed plants. Okay, that's another cool part of the story. In Montreal, we met a grower who's a cool dude. I've worked with him a bunch of times. He's also a fan of mine. So every time he comes, he gives me some presents, usually some weed. But this time I didn't want any of the weed. I bought the weed off him because of so many times he's hooked me up. So he was like, man, if you're not going to take the weed, let me give you these at a really good price. I think he was selling them at like $15-20 a piece or something like that. And I think he ended up giving it to us for like almost nothing. That plus a bunch of weed and shit like that. So we ended up getting all these weed plants. Like good sized clones, like this big, that this guy took home, and now four, and now he has them growing into full weed plants.
Yeah,
they're budding and everything.
Buddy, they were in solo cups.
Yeah,
we got them in solo cups.
We got them in little solo cups.
Now they're like 3.5 feet in the flower.
Oh my god.
Right
okay, so that's the pre to the Cornwall story. So in Montreal, we ended up picking up a bunch of weed like that. So we go to Cornwall. We go to this biker bar. 5 seconds in, we meet Popeye. He's already terrifying. The lady biker of the main biker dudes comes in, is really nice. You don't have a dabber?
No, I don't.
You're gonna make me ghetto dab on fucking camera right now, buddy. I got a reputation. I'm Reed.
Get out of here.
Good
Take
shit.
yourself a piece. I forgot the stick at home. Sorry, guys.
This is the most ghetto dab.
Yo, you know that always access. Everyone always talks shit about this.
The lady biker lady, so nice. The show starts. This guy's hilarious. Larry White Knuckles himself.
Yo, Larry.
The dude of all dudes, the head biker honcho.
Yo, see, everyone always talks smack about this rig, but it just...
Larry loves the show. What did Larry say to us?
Bro, Larry gave me a hug.
This old biker guy.
He gave me a hug when we left.
He's like, you're the best Negro we've had here since Jackie Robinson drove by in 74. No, that's not what he said.
No, they were awesome, man. They were hilarious. They were good. They wanted us to come back next year. They wanted us to stay and party.
Yeah, we're going to stay and party with
That's what, and they wanted
Larry
us to
White Knuckles, mental friend Popeye.
Yo, and then we gave him we gave him the moonshine. Remember, they were happy about the little jar of moonshine we got in Montreal.
Man, we have a good Montreal story.
Yeah, bro. We didn't even talk about the drive up to Montreal.
What happened? Oh yeah, you had to take a shit or something.
Bro, that was tough. It was the first time I've ever been on the road with anyone who's like a big comedian. Anyone who's ever been on Just for Laughs or anything. Like, yo, this guy. Yeah, it was the first time I got to travel with anybody. This guy, yeah, we did on the road.
This guy somehow considers me a bit comic. That's not the point. This is the best point of this whole fucking interview. This guy kind of looks up to me. I take him on the road with me. It's one of the best things you could do as a comic.
Yeah, man.
If you have a younger comic who grew up kind of watching Used to Times or even knows who you are as a person, he's not even a younger comic. Him and I are pretty much the same age. It's just a younger comic in the age of comedy years. It's like a weird thing when you talk about comics. Even if you're the same age, for some reason he's a younger comic to me. We're the same age.
Yeah,
It's just the way it is. I don't even want to ever talk about like... I take this fucking guy on the road. On the fucking road. Best thing you can do for a young comic when you're a headliner.
And I'm nervous.
This guy's nervous. Buddy, what, like 3 hours into our drive just outside Kingston or some shit?
Yeah, I'm like,
this guy goes,
and 2 months.
hey, Reeds, I got a shit. And I'm like, what? And you could hear in his voice the pure truth, the truth that you were conveying to me. It wasn't like, yo, I got a shit. It was, hey, Reeds.
I've waited.
I've got a shit.
I thought we had time.
And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I got shit, Reeds. I might have to pull over and
You're
shit.
like, yo, the next en route?
This guy goes,
remember the next en route, 32 kilometers. Next en route.
and I was like, you think you can do 32? And he's like, I've already been doing like 60.
I already did 60.
And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, it's like that, eh? Okay, so pull over. This guy had to pull over
It was immediately.
with a comic in which he looked up to.
Yeah.
Somebody that he enjoyed watching on stage, and now he's getting to hang on stage. I get it now. It's actually kind of funny now because you never told it to me like this, but it's even funnier.
It's weird,
And
man.
this guy pulled over, looked at me.
And it wasn't even like we pulled into a parking lot.
No,
I
we
pulled
could've-
off the highway
into
and
a
like
dirt road.
no, onto the on-ramp.
Oh
onto
yeah,
the on-ramp.
Oh my
bro.
god, this
I
guy
was
took a shit on the off
on
ramp.
the on-ramp, bro.
Dude, he got like, you know where it turns, and then it was
the
like a little
truck passed
bridge.
by. Yeah, and there was a little bridge. We didn't even make it over the bridge. I was like, yo, bro, I'm getting out. And I didn't even look for a bush. I just leaned up against the back of the car and just like, just
my
held
God,
down.
I
And
forgot.
I couldn't even find toilet paper. I had
This
to use
guy
a sock.
took a shit on the on-ramp bridge.
And I had to use a sock. I used the sock and I threw the sock. I was
I
just
think
like,
I was
fuck
just
it,
rolling
can't
a
find-
little J while this was
Yeah,
happening.
You were rolling a little J.
Because I was like, buddy.
You were like, yo, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, bro, I just need a few minutes.
This guy did it though. This guy took a dump on the side of the road and then just kept on trucking.
Yeah, and then we did the other 3 hours of the drive and we went to my.
I even asked, "Do you want me to do the rest of the drive?" You're like, "I'm actually good now."
Yeah, I woke up. It was like I was kind of like, you know, when
Man,
you're like
that's
kind of like
actually
sleepy.
So fucking funny.
I was like
dude.
kind of like sleepy, and then like when I started to get the sweats from the cramps, I was like, yo, I don't even need a 5-ever energy anymore. Like I'm good for the rest
This
of
guy
this
took a
drive.
shit on the side of the road, man.
Yo, and then when we got to Montreal,
Okay, this is an even secondary better story. This guy's whole night was all kinds of fucked up.
That
Takes a
was
shit
fun.
on the side of the road. You think it's all over? You're fucking wrong.
yo, Rita, I got the place linked up.
This guy, we don't get a hotel because this guy says, you don't need to get a hotel. Don't ask the bookers to get us a hotel. I got us a condo, not even an Airbnb, a fucking condo. Friend of mine. We're going to go to her condo. She doesn't live there. Some richer lady. Everything will be fine.
Hell
Cool.
yeah.
We show up to this building, downtown Montreal.
Yo, but we get there. Hold on. So it's a straight 5-hour drive into Montreal. We get there. We leave at night. We leave at 8, and we get there. It's like
2-3?
2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
so let's
yeah.
put a little.
2-3
it's
in
not
the
daytime.
morning. Oh, yeah, it's 2-3 in the morning. We've probably like 10 joints in, 20 dabs.
Yeah.
Legit, like that kind of sesh on the drive.
Yeah.
The drive, yeah, but still, it's just what it is. And we get to Montreal. I tell this guy to park illegally. He says no. I bet you we can figure something out. We still half park illegally, but we figured it out.
Yo, we got away with it.
I told you we would have
We
because of how
parked for
dusty
free.
the cars were. I was like, these cars are dusty. No one's checking this fucking bush ass parking lot. So we get to this lady's condo. We go up to floor number
3.
three.
For number 3.
Okay, we go to floor number 3. This
No.
guy's like, I know which condo it is. I just know how to where it is in the
Listen,
hallway.
okay, so like all the floors are the same. They're all laid out the same.
So what it
I've
is.
been there like 3 or 4 times.
This guy's so confident.
Confident.
So confident. He's like, man, we're just gonna get out of the elevator. You're gonna see, man. You're gonna make a right, and it's gonna be right at the end of the hallway. It's gonna be a single door, right? Like this guy said. We get out of the condo elevator. We look down the hallway. A single door at the end of the
Done.
hallway.
Done.
This fucking dude
Hold on.
puts
Put the key in.
the key in. This guy puts the key in, turns it, and it kind of is just already open. And he's like, weird. And he just opens the door, and there's like shoes at the front of the door. And he goes, weird, man. she never leaves shoes here. It's usually
There's
very
never
empty.
shoes at this lady's
It's very
house.
empty.
It's like an empty
And
condo.
this
She
guy
uses
takes
it like
3
once.
steps into this condo and goes, "Wow, did she redo?
There's
She redo the
new
the
paint,
cupboards and
new
do like a paint
finishes.
job? Wow, it looks so different in here."
new
And
finishes.
then this guy just goes, "Hey, hello."
There's
and,
not supposed to be anybody there.
There's not
but
supposed
this
to be
is one of
anybody
those,
there.
Like, hellos where you're,
It
like,
was a
not
bluff.
expecting.
It was 100% a
It was
bluffing
a bluff.
hello.
A bluff hello.
And he went, "Hello?" And some man's voice goes, "Hello?" And this guy goes, "Yeah. Is this Susan's condo?" And the guy just goes,
Doesn't
"What?
even get out of bed. Doesn't even get out of his bed.
Susan?" And we go, "Yeah, is this Susan's condo?" He goes, "Who are you?" And we're like, "Nobody, buddy. I'm sorry. Wrong condo, man. Wrong condo." We closed the door. And now we don't leave because we haven't been doing anything malicious. We don't run. We only take a few steps outside of this guy's door. We go, "Oh, fuck, wrong condo. Here, check the number again. I think we have the wrong number." And he goes, "Yeah, look, it's 316, not 416, and whatever." And then we go, "What, are we on the wrong floor?" And we're just having this conversation outside of Buddy's whole apartment that we just like closed the door on. We hear him just go, "Khla!" And he's just been there on the other side of the door, peering through the fucking thing like, what the fuck? This guy will never leave his door open again. 3 a.m.
Yeah, what were you doing at 3
Dude,
o'clock in the
and
morning
me
in a
and you and
condo?
I looked raggedy. You had been driving for 5-6 hours, taking
fucking
shits on the side of the road, missing a
wide-eyed-
sock. You're
wide-eyed
pretty much
3
homeless. I think I had like sweatpants and a fucking ripped t-shirt with coffee stains and weed all over it like a lunatic.
Bro, but we were in his condo for like
Oh,
30
man.
seconds.
30, 40 seconds.
seconds easy before I said hello. And like a good like 10 feet into
We
this
yeah,
guy's
We
condo.
put our bags down.
bags
we looked
down.
around.
You were like, giving me a pat on the back. You're like, you
This
hooked
place
it up.
is sick.
You
I
hooked
know.
it up.
This place is sick, bro. They got their own shoes and everything. I don't even gotta wear mine. This motherfucker bleeding popping out, brother. Oh, man, my hair's all wild. I forgot to put my toucan.
That was funny.
This guy, man.
Wrong
So we get back
condo.
to the condo, the actual condo. There's 2, people waiting there. We get some blowjobs. We get some blow. We get some hoe.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? 3 a.m. blowjobs
good-
and hoe jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
In reality, what happened was we got to the condo. There was no cable, and we had to watch an old DVD of
Stacks of DVDs.
stacks of scratched, burnt DVDs.
Scratched, burnt
Buddy,
DVDs.
nothing says 2003 like DVDs with a scratch with
that
like a
kinda
Sharpie.
prepared us for COVID, though.
Prepared us for COVID.
We had to stay in and watch.
The only thing that
old
prepared me
crap.
for COVID was hanging out with you because you're a fucking virus.
Yeah, you got
And
fucking
you're a
immune.
planned Chinese
You're welcome.
pandemic.
You're welcome.
Okay, but in reality,
Yeah.
sometimes I tag like that on Facebook, and you'll be like, "So nice to hear from you, Reeds." I'll be like, "Shut up, you." Bro, sometimes I love when you'll post something like honest. You're like, "Yo, does anybody know where to get a fucking thing?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, bro." I don't know. Your mom's
Go
ass, you
fuck
fucking. And then your mom will
yourself.
like give it an angry face, and I'm like, "Eek."
Oh, Nate's mom is watching.
"No, that's good."
Yo,
man.
my mom's always watching that Facebook.
Man, she's
Gotta
she's a
get her
good one.
off, man. Yo, she's always just for like the last like 4 years, just pure sends me like drug bust links.
Of course.
Yo, every day, every day.
Cambridge man arrested for
Yeah.
driving high.
1.3
This
grams
is your
of
friend
pot.
or no? My mom calls
They're
me
gonna catch you.
anytime they talk about marijuana on TV. She'll call me and be like, "You hear? The marijuana companies lose a lot of money."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" "The marijuana companies on the TV, every day they lose money. You know why? Nobody want to smoke marijuana." And I'm like, "No, it's not why. It's because they produced too much and they couldn't sell it because of regulations. And that the marijuana was no good." And I swear to God, she goes, "What do you mean the marijuana no good? It's all the same." And I'm like, "It's not. My stuff is nice." And she goes, You crazy? You're everybody think their stuff bad. This is drugs. You drugs."
Yeah, that's what my mom.
What's
my
your mom
told-
like
My
when it
mom's
comes
like-
to pot? She's still like old
Uh,
school about it?
She's like on the fence still.
Yeah, of
she
course,
like
of
doesn't
course.
mind it, but like I gave her some pretzels, some like medicated pretzels. Yo,
Hey!
I gave it to her, and she has them in her drawer, and like those are like you got to eat like 10 of them for them to make a difference. And right now she's eating like one, but like it like makes her excited.
I don't like edibles.
I'm not an edible.
I'm
guy.
gonna go down on the record and I'll die on that hill that I don't like edibles.
I like to get high, old-fashioned way.
I would rather smoke a joint a million times over than eat one fucking gummy bear.
I'm not a big fan of it. It's not
Who
the
the
same
fuck
as-
thought it was a cute idea to eat a gummy bear?
Yo, if I'm gonna eat it, it's mushrooms.
Hey, have you heard the commercials on TV?
Yo,
The anti-weed commercials?
The anti-weed ones?
You might think eating a gummy bear is a cute idea, but it's not. It's fucking
I can't
dangerous.
think of that commercial right now, but the first time I heard it, I was like, yo, what are they trying
Which
to
one
get
is
right
it? The
now?
radio one?
Yeah, the radio one.
Oh man, I think my pizza's here. Why can't they just do like a normal? Like, I wish they would just hire me to just be like, "Hi, I'm comedian Mike Rita. I smoke a lot of weed, but I'm also a father, so I do care about what
Yeah,
you're doing
make
when
it
you're high."
normal. Make it
Man, and I want you to know you should only smoke weed if you're watching a movie, or you're at a park,
Yeah,
or
keep-
you're rollerblading, or
keep
maybe
your
playing
edibles
ball
up
hockey,
high.
or if you're golfing.
I don't know why they have to make us sound stupid.
Dude, I would
Just
love
don't
to
make
be-
us sound stupid.
Hey, I'm telling you something. I
Jesus.
told my agent and one of my dudes about this, that I'm gonna make funny videos called tips for toking teens.
Yeah.
Tips for toking teens, and it's gonna be me like a serious PSA, but it's like it's tips instead of like warnings, and it's like a lot of kids out there are gonna be smoking pot, and out there, and when and it's gotta be serious, and
You're
you're
gonna
like,
give them the proper-
but I'm gonna give them proper stuff. And it's really dangerous if you're a teenager smoking pot. So here is a few tips to stay safe while being high. Make sure to get high somewhere quiet so you can always listen for approaching cars and approaching humans. Is that a cop? Let's get out of here. Like shit like that.
Is your shatter black?
Yeah.
Throw it.
Tip number 2. Are you thinking about smoking at home? Well, don't just puff it out the window. Make sure to find a nice quiet fan. Make sure to and put something there to make sure it goes out. Yep. That's
And you're
safe.
gonna want snacks. Make
Yeah,
sure your
yeah, yeah.
snacks are prepared ahead of time.
Trust, bro. That's the funniest shit.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Snacks.
likes to pretend teenagers aren't smoking weed. But have you ever met somebody who waited till 19 for their first drink of alcohol?
No. I
Can
waited.
you imagine waiting till 19?
I waited until I was 16 and to smoke weed, and I didn't smoke weed steadily until I was like 18. I had like 5 joints between 16 and like 18.
That's the most responsible shit I ever fucking heard in my
I'm
life.
telling you. I had like 5 or 6 joints, and then 18. Then when I got out of school, that's when I started smoking.
I would 18, I'd almost been arrested like 10 times for fucking pot possession in the neighborhood.
fuck.
We had neighborhood policing, so you never got.
Neighborhood policing. I had police and my dad.
Okay, so neighborhood policing was sick, bro. I don't know if the program is still around, but it's like the same 10 cops will work a neighborhood,
Yeah.
and they'll like. So we used to get booked by the same fucking cops all the time. So one of my favorite interactions as a teenager, we would see this Asian cop, and he would start walking towards us. It's like Officer Tam or some fucking shit's hilarious. And this dude would come up to us, and he would always be like, "You guys again? What are you guys doing here, man? I tell you all the time, get out of Dovercourt Park. We get complaints about teenagers smoking pot, drinking. Are you guys drinking too?" And we always were drinking. Did you drink? Like, you grew up in Waterloo. What the fuck do kids as teenagers do in Waterloo? Because in the city,
bush parties.
bush parties.
What up?
What's a bush party?
Yo, they're amazing. They're
Like,
just-
what is truly a bush party? Because in the
Honestly,
city, a bush party means like a shitty party.
No, a bush party is like a literal party in the bush, in the sticks. They like make a bonfire. They get like couches.
You just find the sticks.
bro, because like places like Waterloo, they got like bushes where like
Yeah.
where
But
houses
what, everybody
haven't been-
drives there, or everybody?
No, yo, it's just close enough to walk. Like, you know what I mean? Just close enough.
And
where
it's closed
out-
off from like a highway or like a
close-
street, and
Yeah.
there's like foresty shit.
foresty mad
So a bunch
trees.
of teenagers meet up and have a bush fire.
Just a bush fire, bro. You get fucked up.
Bring
This-
some
Guys
weed.
be weed camping chairs. Sometimes they're bringing random couches. Like people would have their older brothers would bring like 4x4 trucks. They'd roll up like couches up there or whatever.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so that's the way we used to party. We never used to party in houses.
Bush parties.
It's just bush parties, bro. Just mad bush parties. And
You
then
want-
sometimes
man.
the cops would roll up on us on
We
like
had
ATVs.
whack house parties.
Yeah, see, I wasn't about the house parties because you could smoke outside.
I'm gonna tell you the truth about house parties. There's a big deep secret, and Hollywood has destroyed the house party because every Hollywood house party is the most banging fucking house party you've ever seen, and no house party is like that. I've never been to a house party where there's 10 people in the kitchen, 30 people. Like I've been to house
No.
parties where there's like maybe 30
a
people.
pile of cocaine
Ma-
on the table. No, there's usually like 15 people fighting
Tops,
over one
bro.
bag.
Yeah,
Get out of
there's no
here.
good, man. But it wasn't like these Hollywood parties where it's like fucking Jimmy Eat World is there. It's like, it just takes some time. You're like, you know? Man,
call the strippers.
I'll tell you what, though. I used to see some of those rich Oakville kids have parties like that. That's not a joke. That's actually a dig at Oakville parties for being so much better than our hood parties.
I went to a few Oakville parties.
And they were popping off, man. These
they
rich
had
kids had good
those,
house parties. Not gonna lie, man. Rich kids in Oakville had good basements, and their parents didn't give a fuck because they was upstairs sipping cognac and doing a little blow in the Oakville. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Swanging.
What was it like growing up in Oakville doing coke with rich people? I'm joking.
Swanging.
Tell me more. Okay, wait. I keep getting lost because we're too good of friends.
That's it.
I forget about the structure of life sometimes. I've already talked to you about your comedy. Talked to you. I know you have a real job sometimes too. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna get you out of that shit. You have a swinger show.
Yeah.
This guy does a show at a nudist swingers place.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Tell us more about that.
It's a fun. It's a.
What is it?
Club M4, guys. It's an adult swingers club. It's a private members club. Basically,
What is an adult swingers club?
It's just I don't know how to explain it. It's a place where people fuck. You pay for a membership and you get to fuck inside.
Who's fucking?
Everybody. Anyone who wants to sign up. It's a membership club. They got like 4,000 members. I think they're members.
4,000 people are fucking. That's the most coronavirus shit I ever heard.
What up?
In my
Yo,
life.
they're immune, bro. Don't
That's
even
corona
worry. Their
AIDS,
immune systems are
COVID-19.
A1. Listen, these people don't get sick. We were doing shows up until like the news was like, please stop going out.
Yeah, but those, you think orgy-based nudist type folk?
No, we didn't give it.
fuck?
I
Those guys
didn't.
are the guys on Queens Park being like, open it up, I need a haircut.
Listen, when you
Get
can
their
eat
ass
a
waxed.
stranger's ass, you're not worried about catching COVID at Food Basics, okay?
Food Basics is a funny thing to call someone's ass. Where do you get your grocery? I don't eat much other than Food Basics. Really? What's your diet of? I eat a lot of
No,
shit.
it's a good time, man. I don't know. It's different. It's a different kind of crowd of people, I guess, man. They're super open-minded.
Where
But
do
like
you-
you've met like doctors, lawyers, teachers. I've met a woman who works with special needs children.
Do you meet these people while you're fucking them from behind, or is it one of the? All right.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
This
okay,
guy's
wait, let's
trying
do
to
like
give
a
me
little good sound
this
effects,
guy's-
like a.
This guy's trying to get my wife.
Right,
to
and
kill
then
me.
and then it's like, so what do you do for a living? I'm actually the host of the show happening in a little bit.
What
Why don't
about
you have to get on
airplanes?
stage? Well, no, the guy going right now is going long. Well, I hope you do too. Actually,
It's tough. No, it's no. They come for the show, man. It's funny.
they come for the show.
Literally.
Why the fuck couldn't you choose better wording than they come for the show?
I don't know.
He's making a joke.
We bust some guts and we bust some nuts. I don't know.
Is that your opening line? If
It-
it's not, I'll fight you.
Yo,
Bro.
it is, bro. That's how I.
Hey,
open up
welcome
my-
to the show. We are gonna gut some nuts and bust some butts.
Oh,
Whatever.
you fucked that.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck you said. I don't even want to give a fuck. The less I give a fuck, the less trouble I'm gonna get if my wife ever hears this. She's like, "Weren't
fuck
you
me.
booked to do that show before the COVID?" And I'm gonna be like, "I didn't know that there was gut busting and nut fusting."
Yeah, it's but yeah. So they got.
Have you ever seen a blowjob while you're on stage?
Yeah. Sometimes there's titties out. Sometimes there's blowjobs happen. Sometimes.
You're telling a joke and there's a blowjob happening in the audience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you said Vapor Central was the toughest audience you did.
Yeah, but
who
these-
the fuck is laughing while busting a nut?
Yo, listen. Stone people don't. Their emotions are inwards. Swingers like to party outwards, man. So like they're into the show. That's their like once a month because it only happens once a month. We do it once a month. It's like a special night for
They're
them.
swingers.
Yeah. So they like come out. That's what they have. Like they even have like a chat site. It's got like 10,000 people or something on it, and like they just go wild on it. And then like once a month they have like a special Friday.
Why didn't these shows exist when I was a younger
Yo, they're
comic?
wild, bro. It's
I was over here doing dingy open mics at a place called Smiling Blue.
yo,
There
and you
was
don't
no
understand
smiling
this
going
place.
on.
This place is open Monday to Friday, and it's like they have like daytime parties.
Monday
there's like
to Friday, and this guy's watching people get
there's
blowjobs while telling us
daytime,
jokes.
Like there's like a 3 to 5 like bukkake afternoon. Like
What kind
on
of
a
fucking
Tuesday.
heckles do you get in that place? Oh, I sat on my nuts.
No,
Like,
man, they like comedy. It's funny. They don't heckle. They just come for the show.
They didn't even know comedy was happening. They just showed up to fuck.
No, these guys come for like it's once a month for them. For the like the other 29 days they fuck.
it's just a fuck fest in the place.
Yeah, 29
They
days.
fuck in the place.
Yeah, inside. There's like rooms. There's gangbang rooms. There's open concept
I don't know
rooms.
why it's
there's...
so gross to me to just imagine touching this doorknob.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. You don't understand.
I imagine fucking
Listen.
multiple partners is amazing.
No.
Obviously,
no.
I can imagine.
The freedom, and it's funny because
Yeah,
it's
the
not,
freedom, but you got to touch a doorknob for the freedom.
Yo, who cares, bro? You touch that doorknob in many other ways, more ways than we know as a people.
Yeah, but that's the thing. More ways than we know. You see that we know part? That's the best part about existing.
No, fuck it.
I
I
don't
don't care.
even
I'm
give a
all in.
fuck.
I'm toes all in. I don't give a shit
Your
anymore.
toes all in? That's not even that much, you fuck. That's literally the beginning of the all in process, bro. I dived all in, toes in. Oh, did you? I was toes in on that investment. What do you mean? I gave them about $20 for the bus to get to where they needed to go, and then a few years later they were millionaires. I was toes in. I was there from ground up. You can't be ground up unless the toes are there.
No, man.
You're fucked. What kind of? I actually told the producers, I was like, I'm gonna fuck with this guy because he's one of my friends in comedy, and I was like, I just love fucking with him.
Yeah, I don't even care.
No, it's only.
always a
I
good
know you
time.
don't care because we're friends.
such a good
You
time.
get that I'm just fucking. I'm a fucking. You're so funny sometimes. This guy will message me and I won't reply for like 2-3 days, and he'll be like, "Are you for real? Reeds, you're putting me in the fucking not messaging in back group. Get back to me, you idiot!" And I'll
This
be like,
guy.
"Sorry, bro.
Or
You
some-
were in the queue, Dad."
Sometimes I'll just message him. I'll be like, "Yo, weed," and then like a secret message under, just a message under.
Yeah. Yo, I need some weed, and then I'll look at the message jokes. Hey, okay, so we're gonna go. What the fuck? What the fuck is
This
this? This guy's a
fucking
fuck.
guy.
This guy's fucked.
Reddit. I seen your little picture.
Oh, you're fucked.
the fuck out of
Listen, I always get rambly. I'm getting high. That dab got me so fucking high.
here. Yeah, fuck Mookie.
Fuck Mookie. Yeah, fuck you, Mookie Jordan, and your bullshit. This guy got heck on Facebook, and it was so funny because somebody was like, "Yeah, your shatter looks like shit," and then a bunch of people were like, "You know nothing about shatter if you can think that you can tell what shatter looks like from parchment paper from a semi-blurry photo
Thank you.
posted on some guy's Facebook," and some guy's like, "You started
22
just."
years old.
Is he
Get outta here.
22?
Get the fuck out of here.
You know what's great
Mookie.
about being 22 is that you can just fuck off and nobody will even remember that you existed.
Yeah, I mean,
If you can go back to any age, what age you going back to, buddy?
this one.
What?
Nah, bro, I'm good.
You're
I like this
such a. Oh yeah. That's right. You're rock bottom Jones. We already talked about that. Obviously, you're not gonna be like, I'd like to go back to rock
I
bottom.
mean, no, the nightclub thing was fun. That was a good time, but like, I don't know, man. I'm having fun with the comedy thing.
Just tell the people the truth. You're friends with Reeds now, and now.
Yeah, Reeds
and
is a
that's the
good guy. I
truth.
mean, he's all right. I mean, I get a lot of free weed now.
It's just so nice to get the light. Honestly, that was nice, Mill. You gave me the light right now, and it just truly felt so nice. I
that
was
the
like,
light?
oh, man, he
Oh.
gave me the light, and I was like,
Wow.
wow, I just got the light, huh?
Wow, I haven't seen the light in like 9 weeks.
If
Like,
you guys don't know what that means, anybody listening or watching, it means
That was
that
amazing.
we have some time, but to kind of do our thing. But the most important thing that's incredible about that is that during this whole pandemic, comedians haven't been able to perform, and we probably won't be able to perform for another couple months, probably till September, October. So what's everybody been doing is just sitting at home, and you don't get to perform, and you start missing all aspects of comedy. And right now, one of our producers just gave me the light. And it was just
Wow.
so great to see somebody tell me to shut
it's
up.
almost like heart. Yeah,
with
it
a cell
almost
phone.
kind of hurts your heart right now.
You forget what it's like to just have somebody tell you to wrap it up with a cell phone light.
No,
It
That's
just
so
is
funny.
truly such a nice feeling. You're like,
I don't know if
yeah.
I'm just high or that was just a beautiful.
No,
moment.
it was beautiful. He gave it to me, and I was so appreciative. Like, oh my god.
I seen it from the corner of my eye
The
too.
light.
You said the light, and I looked over, and I was like, "Oh, the light."
Comics use that as such a great thing because and honestly, it must have. It's not just because it is a light, but some comics bomb, and when you're bombing, you're dying,
That's
and when
so
you're
funny.
dying, you die, and you see the light, and it's like just the most perfect metaphor for what comedy is. On like the scariest scale, like
That's
I'm
so
bombing, I died, and then I seen the light. And then what happened? Well, I didn't do comedy for a long time.
I took a couple weeks off.
Weeks.
Found myself.
This is the greatest break in comedy ever. I hope everybody who sucked at comedy doesn't come back. I don't mean like that. You
That
think
would
I
be
give a
nice,
fuck?
man. The list would be shorter for open mics. That'd be
Open
cool.
mics. Who gives a fuck about open mics?
I'm
we
still
gotta we
chilling.
gotta combine open mics. 3 Bush open mics gotta become 1-6 show. That's it.
Yo, that can never happen. 'Cause then
more
you get
beneficial,
3
man.
Bush hosts on one fucking show. Get
3
outta
Bush
here.
hosts. That show already exists. Insert late night comedy bar show here. That joke is very small. And then you're like, Reed, it's
Yo, that's too small for me. That's way above my circle. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you're like, Reed, oh, I can punch down like that. Am I allowed to punch down like
Yeah,
that?
I
don't know.
don't. Yeah, I can't talk shit yet.
I'm actually not talking shit.
I have burned so many bridges already.
I don't burn no bridges. You see what I do is that I leave a little roach at the end of the bridge. And if we're homies, we come back and we smoke it again. But if we're not, I leave a dead roach. I don't burn bridges. I leave dead roaches.
But,
left some dead
at least
roaches
I'm
on some
likable in
people, bro.
person. People hate me online.
You're actually not likable in person either.
I'm amazing. in
You have
person. I have
you
great
have Kramer hair.
I have great hair.
You have Kramer hair. You have jailhouse tattoos.
Yeah.
You have alligator skin boots.
Always have weed.
And you have giant hands. So chicks must dig you right away. You shake their hands. What's up, sweetie? They're like, oh my god, he has giant hands. I just hope he can
I don't even know.
manhandle me.
Yeah, they're really unproportionate.
It's not your fault. You have working man hands, bro. You do working man shit.
This guy. You were pointing out the dirt in my hand the other day. That made me sensitive.
pointed
had to
out
get
the
a
dirt?
brush. I had to get a brush.
Who am I
for
talking
that.
shit about, bro? Oh, I looked at my nails right now. That's pretty nice. Did you just see that? I was like, who am I talking shit about? I probably have some dirt in my nails. The cleanest nails I've had in years.
Jesus. I
Not
got a
even-
brush after
I have
that
a little
then.
bit, I guess. Fuck.
This guy.
I'm not even lying. I've been up north, and my whole life lately has been planting flowers and bushes.
Yeah, I love it.
Planting flowers and bushes makes your hands the nastiest shit. It looks like you've been scratching your dirty asshole for you.
Buddy, I can't wait to get out of the city.
You can't wait to get out of the city? Trust me,
Country
the city
house.
does not want you here anyway.
Fuck 'em.
Who yelled that? King Street and Queen Street, you fuck. Get the hell out of here.
Is that from Coffee Time?
Okay. We got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to a lot of good topics. We talked about weed. We even did some dabs. This might have been the first time people have done dabs with me on the show,
It was a good
which is
time.
good. Okay, I love you. Thank you for being the man. You're such a good comic, bro.
Okay, buddy,
I
thank you.
hate every other comic who is Portuguese. Yes, including you if you're listening. I don't know. Shout out to John Mello for discovering you.
Yeah, what up, John Mello?
Okay. And then shout out to me for firing him. Okay. And then scooping you up myself. I was like, get this guy out of here and give me your best, dude. I'm out.
Those
We're out of
guys.
here.
Yeah.
You're a hero to the community. I love that you're kind of rebellious. I love that you're just your own dude, bro. Thank you for doing my show. Thanks for being on the sesh, bro.
Listen, Mike, Rita, all the best, buddy. Thank you so much for having me, buddy. This guy, he's paved the way for a lot of Portuguese comedians and myself. He's always been good to me,
Pave
guys.
the way. That's because I'm Portuguese. I had to pave something so that my
This
parents would be
guy.
proud. You understand? That's how
This
that
guy.
works.
It was the only time.
You
had
never
to sneak-
paved nothing, Mikey. I paved the road, Dad. I paved the road, the
Uh,
sidewalk.
But listen, check this guy out. Honestly, check him out on Instagram.
Don't check me out on YouTube. I have nothing up yet, but we have a big comedy special coming out later in 2020. It's a big Portuguese comedy special that we recorded at the Second City. I love that we're closing on my credit. It's supposed to be about you. I'm like, we're closing on my credits.
Fuck it.
Also, check out my albums. But anytime you see me and Nathan on the road, come check him out. This is my opening act for as long until he's his own headliner, and then he's got to go find his own fucking opening act. And then we're gonna compete and be rivals and become bitter in our 40s. It's just what it is, bro.
Nah,
no,
we'll see you till the end.
Yeah, all right.
This guy.
You're the best.
Okay, thank
Ciao,
you for having me.
brother.
Take it
Damn,
easy, guys.
man. Now we play like some cool sports music with our credits. Ba, 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 and we all talk like it's been like a great interview. And like I'm talking to someone off camera right now, like that. Okay. Shit, this is good.
1, 2, 3.
Yikes.
1, 2, 3.